Welcome, students. It is a great pleasure to see all of you today. We have one announcement. Please put away all your iPhones, all of them. While I am here, you will be looking up at me while I'm speaking. We will not have iPhones. If you want to use laptops for taking notes, that's great. But please look up here. In addition, please listen carefully. That means when I am speaking, no one else is speaking. I hope that is clear. I've come from a very long ways away, and I want every student to be able to concentrate today. So again, please look up here, no iPhones, and please, I will be the only one who's speaking today, unless you have a question. And of course, if you have a question, I'm delighted. As a visitor to this university, it is wonderful to come to Thailand and lecture with you on this important subject of trade and the environment. And I respect so much that you are using English today, and I'm hoping that everyone can understand my English. Our subject today is really two stories important for the future of the world. The first is the story of the environment, and the second is the story of trade. Two very, very different areas of study with impacts on each other that are crucial. You coming here in your first year, it's very unusual to discuss these subjects at your level, but do not worry. At different times when it seems complex, we'll use examples, and we'll also today use several famous cases, which I think will help everyone understand better. Could I just ask everyone to not be talking? That means you too. Yeah. I'm coming from a system where the law schools are so outstanding, no one is talking ever except the professor. In our system, if you get to law school, you have worked so hard, just like you have, that when you come to class, you are concentrating 100%. Thank you so much. Now, to begin, I think we should have a few words of inspiration. Let's begin with 3 words of inspiration. And what is inspiration? Inspiration is that attitude or that outlook or that perspective where we are encouraged to do our very best work. And today, as I see all of you as a visitor to this wonderful university, I simply want to encourage you to do your very best work with these 3 words. And what are these 3 words? Energy and focus. Energy is in this room at a very high level. Focus is complete concentration so that we can learn as much as possible. Now, here's a big question today. Does anyone here know where those 3 words came from? Energy and focus. Anyone? I'll just have to give you a suggestion. Ha! I'll give you another suggestion. Who is perhaps one of the most famous Asians of the entire modern era, who's also arguably the most famous Asian American ever. Who is that? Who is that? Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee went to my university, the University of Washington in Seattle. He was a philosophy major before he went to Hollywood, and he was a gifted thinker. He wrote poetry, he wrote about philosophy, and as you know, he used martial arts to reflect his philosophy, and then went on, of course, to make blockbuster movies that are seen around the world. How did he do that? 3 words: energy and focus. So let's think about today, as students and scholars, how we can grasp what he was saying. In one word, it's enlightenment. What is enlightenment? Enlightenment is a deeper understanding of knowledge, so that you're coming to class and you are completely dedicated to learning with the very same discipline and motivation and commitment that Bruce Lee had. The story of environment. We begin with that, and there are several concepts that we need to emphasize. The first concept: do not worry about these big words. We will make sure that the big words become smaller words. The first word: sovereignty. If everyone has the outline, does everyone have the outline? You'll see the word sovereignty there. What is that? Sovereignty is the concept where every nation around the world has authority over its territory and has authority over its people and its culture. So if we're in Brazil, if we're in Morocco, if we're in Canada, each country has sovereignty and authority over the territory and people within it. This is a traditional understanding of sovereignty. It developed from the 17th century and has come all the way to us 3-4 centuries later. Another important aspect of sovereignty: every nation is equal to every other nation within public international law. So a small country in international law is